seasons. 6-7. 6-7 is your average. You are simply average, my friend. I think if you look at the standings the last few seasons, you're near the bottom in just about every single one of those. So I think we need to paint a different narrative of what these semifinals was like, because Claire had a good squad. Claire drafted Patrick Mahomes, and you almost expect Mahomes to be there in the end, even in fantasy, right? I mean, it was a good pickup because Ed drafted Lamar Jackson, and boy, I don't know. I think I might have chosen Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes if I had that decision. And Lamar Jackson was kind of a flop for Eddie this year. I mean, what are you thinking on that? Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson.
Everything that Eddie does is an absolute flop, so I'm not surprised at all by the fact that freaking he didn't get any far at all with Lamar Jackson. Look, I've had some bad seasons, but if you look back on it, a lot of it's on freaking injuries. In their rookie years, my last 2 picks in the draft, and this is a shoot. You guys are all morons for letting me do this. My last 2 picks were both rookie running backs, and who were they? Kareem Hunt and Dalvin fucking Cook. All right? I go running backs. I'm a running back fiend, and that's what killed me in this game was the running back position. I had Nick Chubb, and then after that, it was a very fucking bleak. Very bleak.
You went all in with Fournette at the beginning of the season, didn't you?
Yeah, because he should have been fucking good, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck happened. I figured at worst case scenario, he was going to be a goal line back who was just going to sneak in and fucking pound in. The guy's a complete waste of space. I fucking hate him.
Can we talk about what ended up happening to Fournette?
What did happen to Fournette? He just got in the dog. He got traded from Jacksonville, and he went to fucking Tom Brady's retirement party in Florida.
Which is eerily similar to what happened in the league, because you were all in. You were a believer in Fournette. It kind of sounds like Jacksonville, who drafted the guy. And we brought him over to my squad this year. I don't know how that deal exactly happened. I remember it happened pretty quickly. But all of a sudden, I welcomed Fournette onto my bench. And I feel like there was some matchups I was thinking about playing him. And if I was playing in the semifinals today, he would have been a good play. I don't know if you saw that, but I think he was 16 or 18 points today, and that was better than Eckler, who I started.
Yeah, I just can't believe this is our goddamn championship. It should have been me and Rosie, the battle to settle all battles. I blame Rosie. I blame Jess.
I don't understand that. Can we go back a second? Because Rosie was talking about this too, that like she wanted to face you in the Mambo, how it didn't work out, and she was a little bummed by that. I mean, I understand, you're both bummed because you should have been there, but at the same time, you got beat by superior squads.
I did not get beat by a superior squad. I got beat by somebody that might as well be in an office league playing in a PPR.
But no, let's take this back, because you know what? Rosie last night at the awards ceremony, she won Best Owner. By league vote, Best Owner. You know who didn't end up on that list is you, JR. Because the last 3 seasons, 3 out of the last 4 seasons, you finished below 500. You've been a sorry squad. You've been a real sorry squad. All right.
So you're saying are you trying to allege that there was a potential alliance between myself and Rosie?
I mean, I don't know if I necessarily want to go there, but I am going to kick it over to Ed because I want to get Ed's thoughts on this, because I do think that you like to put yourself up next to Rosie when the league knows that Rosie's the best owner, and I don't necessarily think everybody agrees with that. Ed, tell me, what are you thinking on this?
I think that Rosie definitely earned that award. The reason JR wasn't on there was because he makes bad, rash decisions from week to week. He has never stuck with his team through and through, or has developed a lineup that he keeps for more than a month, really. If you look at it, he basically looks at what other people are doing and picks up the trash they drop and hopes to God they give him good points. He really has no skills.
Oh man, I don't know. JR just muted Ed. It is getting dangerous. No, JR, I'm sticking with Ed. Ed, can you please finish your point?
Yes, thank you. We all know that there's only one person in this league that has ever done this in this league, and this infraction of the league was paying for advice.
This feels like that tension, right? When we got more than two people onto a video chat, there was going to be some tension, and so that is what we are seeing right here. Ed, you got 30 seconds. What do you finish with?
Thank you. I just have to say that there's certain integrity that people carry with them every day, and that's just not in JR's moral character, and his moral code is even weak. He's my good friend, but I've always been there to pick him up, and I still will be there to pick him up. Good luck, JR, in your future endeavors. And Troy, thank you for listening to me here. And let's all just take the high road, okay, JR? The high road.
That was Eddie, everybody, brought to you via a freaking drive-through speaker. Fucking garbage. And if David was any fatter, I think he would have to be airlifted out of his house just to make a food run at this point.
I do see in the chat where it's been asked, is that David or Chaz Bono?
I really don't know. But those two were why is Eddie raising his damn hand again?
Hey, Ed, can you get in on this? Can you please tell David he looks a little bit like Chaz Bono right now?
I love my brother, but there's something I gotta say.
Oh, well, that was really nice of Eddie to freaking. This is just the worst podcast ever, and that's what it is, so we might as well just embrace it at this point.
The truth is out there.
Do you think that Chaz Bono is handsome, yes or no? Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. He's left. He got upset because
I removed him from the call.
You guys watch any games this weekend?
I did. I watched a few games. I watched the Dolphins and Patriots.
Of course you did.
Every second of it. It was actually a decent game.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
That defense for the Dolphins, it's legit a playoff defense. I see the Dolphins, if they were to go anywhere, it's because of that defense.
So the only game I watched was the only game that mattered, and that was the Browns kicking a fucking dickhole into the fucking New York Giants. Fuck yeah. Oh, that felt good.
It did.
It was the first game all year the Browns didn't keep close. They fucking ran away. They had that game the entire 4 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful win. Baker Mayfield for president, and John Dorsey is our Lord and Savior.
And so I think it's perfect timing to bring up what's happening on Monday night right now. I mean, we now have it where the Bengals could be knocking off the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bengals, who are 2-10, 2-10-1, going against the 11-2 Steelers, and it looks like the Steelers are finished.
I never want to see. I don't want to watch. I hate both of these teams, but of course, obviously, I'd rather the Bengals win.
That's true. I don't know if that's the case. Were you not hoping for a 20 from your defense tonight?
I knew that. I knew I was done. I knew I was done pretty much Thursday when Keenan Allen put up a whopping 1 point for me. I knew from then on that, like, yeah.
That was Thursday. Was that Thursday?
That was Thursday.
That was Thursday. You knew.
No, because, dude, I'm so sick. Can I just get into it, dude? I'm fucking so sick of these supposed fucking geniuses on the goddamn internet. Because I'm on fucking Twitter and I see fucking Andrew Barry going like, I don't know, but if I had Keenan Allen, I'd definitely start him. Well, guess what? I fucking started him and it fucking cost me big time. Fuck you.
I just want to come back over to the chat because it's actually pretty lively over here. David saying JR is dumb enough to pay for a fantasy advice. Ed said, you ask outside sources for league advice. I agree. He is weak. David's coming back with JR trying to be cool and say mollywop. I mean, they're not totally wrong. I feel like you have paid for advice. Can you get into this? Have you ever signed up for any outside source for analysis here?
No.
Do you use like a trade? What do they call those things? A trade analyzer?
No, I think Brian doesn't Brian do that shit? I remember when fucking you made your damn trade with fucking Claire that he started fucking showing shit on there. Did
Yeah,
he?
I remember seeing screenshots from Brian on that trade analyzer. I don't use a trade analyzer. I would suggest the entire league to ban it. And so it seems like an illegitimate tool for fantasy football. Would you agree with me on that, or do you have a different
I
perspective?
don't get any of that shit. It gets way too analytically for me. I just know, like, I pick players most of the time that I fucking know. You know what I mean? That's how I build my squad. You know what I mean? Do I know them? Do I know they make good plays? All that shit. Because all fantasy football is a fucking crapshoot anyways.
I do have the chat here. It says JR doesn't know how to read. I mean, would you like to take that head on?
Wait. Let's just say so. JR doesn't know how to read. So that's why he reaches a poot.
Hey, he
I
made
don't know how to read. He doesn't know how to fucking spell.
he made the correction in the chat. It does say reaches out below that, and I've seen you have to correct something that you put because you know what? Your fingers do slip. So
They do, but I will say, always proofread when you're about to call somebody a fucking idiot, because if you spell that wrong, you look like a fucking asshole.
all right. Let's get back to it here because you know what? We do have some suggestions for topic. So what are Jessica's next steps towards the Mambo? Can we talk about that?
I think she's fucked. I think she's absolutely fucked. I think she's going to be outmatched and outclassed. And I don't think there's really anything she can do.
Wow. I'm going to bring Ed into this one. Ed, what do you have to say?
So, I really respect JR, and I know he doesn't have much to like bank on for happiness in his life, so this is important to him. But the thing is, Jess is going to put this last domination behind her. She doesn't see it as a stepping stone. She sees it more as like an inconvenient hump in the way, like a speed bump almost, you know? She's in a monster truck. It was nothing. JR's reaction to his lineup all week, he was sweating bullets, calling us left and right. We had to block him on multiple arenas, phones, text, medias, everything. He's like a flea, and it was itching, and he was like really asking a lot of advice. I had to tell him, I'm sorry I can't join you with Jay Glazer and give you advice. You can't pay me for it. Quit offering me money for advice and try to do it on your own for the first time. Jess has done it on her own the whole time.
She has. I agree with
Before Ed gets off, can I add a double Whopper with cheese, please?
that. Hey, Davey, I haven't heard your voice much yet. I'd love to get you in on this. What do you think?
It'd be pretty nice to not get muted, violated by my cohorts, but can't really expect that much class out of members like you. But yeah, I'm here. My voice is to be heard if you all want to hear it. Yes. So JR's, Jessica's, her road to the future looks pretty good. Very unlike JR's beard, which he needs to do something about that. I'm sorry, but it's a fucking disgrace. Go shave yourself, you pervert. Just keep him muted. No one needs to hear that shit anyway.
All right.
Jessica, she's going to come strong. I know this. She will.
What do you know?
And you know what? I got to say this. And I don't want to sound, I don't want to get this whole Me Too shit going on me. But I'm going to say, we all fucked up when we let you guys and getting your goddamn wives and your girlfriends up in this shit. Now we got the BZ Bowl. And all beat up by our significant others, and it ain't right. It ain't. You know what? I'm gonna go get a girlfriend next week, and she's in the league. How about that?
I tend to agree. Now, Rosie was the first and only woman for years. Reason why I got Rosie is because I knew she was a major shit talker and a gamer. Jess and Claire, I don't know what I can't read these two at all. Jess especially, because she will be nice